Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, April 27th. You'll be interested to know. 20 years ago, today, in 2006, construction crews began building the Freedom Tower at the World Trade Center site, marking the start of a symbolic skyline renewal. The project represented a milestone in resilience and design, aiming to honor victims while creating a new civic landmark and inspiring confidence in the city's future. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Monday at Ocean Beach. This morning it's looking choppy with waves at 3 to 4 plus feet. Conditions should remain choppy throughout the day, with wave heights holding steady. Winds are currently onshore at 9 miles per hour, increasing slightly as the day goes on. Expect winds to pick up to 13 miles per hour by late afternoon. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m. with a 4-foot incoming high tide, when the west-northwest swell is 3 feet at 13 seconds, and the onshore wind is 8 miles per hour. The first high tide on Monday will be 4.5 feet, just before 9:30 a.m., followed by a half-foot low tide at 3:15. The nearshore buoy in San Francisco Bar reads 59 degrees for the water temperature. Purple Day offers clean 2 to 3 foot waves with light winds, ideal for beginners. Wednesday sees a slight increase, reaching 3 plus feet, with fair conditions in the afternoon, but choppy later on. Thursday goes further to 3 to 5 feet, though choppy conditions prevail throughout the day, making it less favorable for smooth rides. This morning, there's a slight chance of drizzle, and it feels like 54 degrees, with 7 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:56, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:17. It looks like we're in for a slight chance of drizzle before 11 a.m., then mostly sunny skies with a high near 58 and a light west-northwest breeze around 6 to 12 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 61. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with a low around 51 and light winds around 5 to 12 miles per hour. Looking ahead in the weather. This morning, there's a slight chance of drizzle, and it feels like 54 degrees, with 7 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:56, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:17. It looks like we're in for some mostly cloudy skies today, with a high around 60 and a mild breeze. Tonight, expect continued mostly cloudy conditions, with a low of 56 and light winds picking up a bit. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, in a unique twist on real estate, a homeowner is offering his 13-acre estate in Mill Valley, California, in exchange for shares of Anthropic stock. Storm Duncan, an investment banker currently living in Miami, describes his property at 114 Inez Place as a 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom ranch home with stunning views of the bay and Mount Tamalpais. While not officially listed for sale, Duncan recently created a LinkedIn profile proposing this unusual arrangement, stating, "I own a 14-acre estate in Mill Valley, California, and would like to exchange the property for Anthropic." Now on to sports. Mike Tomlin spoke with NBC's Maria Taylor about his departure from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He stated that he walked away, in part, due to the recent lack of playoff success, and he believes some of his veterans are worthy of the excitement and the optimism associated with new leadership. Tomlin, in his first interview since resigning in February, noted that this was probably not an overnight decision. He mentioned a sense of loneliness with leadership and felt it was a good time for him personally, as well as for the organization. The Steelers have not won a playoff game since 2016. In local sports, the Giants put on a pitching clinic yesterday, beating Miami 6-3 at Oracle Park to take the series. Landen Roupp was tremendous, 7 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, just 2 hits. Casey Schmitt drove in 3 runs, including a home run, and Jung-Hoo Lee went 4 for 5. San Francisco has won 7 of their last 10 and heads to Philadelphia today to face the Phillies at 3:40. Tyler Mull takes the mound against Jesus Luzardo in the opener of a 3-game series. This is a measuring stick matchup for a team that is building real momentum a month in. Meanwhile, the Niners are making moves in the draft. Golden State focused on athleticism in their first 2 days, grabbing receiver Dijon's dribbling and edge rusher Romello Height early on. Running back Kalen Black followed coach Curt Cignetti from James Madison to the Bay. In the 4th round, they nabbed Oklahoma defensive tackle Grayson Halton, whose vertical leap was 3rd best in combined history. Off the field, George Kittle is recovering well from his torn Achilles and could be ready for Week 1. Fred Warner is fully cleared for the offseason program after his ankle injury. Over at Chase Center, the Warriors are in flux. Steve Kerr and ownership are meeting this week to discuss his future, with both sides signaling a potential split. Golden State is zeroed in on Florida is Todd Golden as their top coaching candidate. Draymond Green is admitted uncertainty about his own future as the organization charts its direction. In top news, the Pentagon's push to secure rare earth elements leads to the small port city of Kuantan, Malaysia. Here, Lynas Rare Earths, an Australian company, has begun producing heavy rare earths, a sector dominated by China. Amanda Lacaze, Lynas's chief executive, stated, "No one had made a separated heavy rare earth outside of China in 20 years. Paul Leroux, the company's chief operating officer, claimed it had actually been 30 years. When China halted exports during trade tensions last year, automobile factories in the United States and Europe had to stop production. Now Lynas is at the forefront of efforts to counter Beijing's monopoly power." In business news, key home price data is expected Tuesday. Where listing prices are rising and falling most this spring, home price gains likely inched up in February, according to estimates for a closely watched gauge that is due on Tuesday. However, whether you notice prices ramping up or dropping this spring depends on where you live. Home price changes have been tepid over the past year, according to Standard & Poor's CoreLogic Case-Shiller Home Price Indices data. In January, the index was 1.2% higher from 1 year prior, its slowest gain since mid-2023. Economists foresee February prices in the 20-city index rising 1.3% from 1 year prior. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is up 6.5% over the weekend to about $79,000. Ethereum is up 3% to about $2,000. And XRP is up 2% to $1.44. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Mornings sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. One side of Earth is rapidly getting colder than the other. It is a strange tale of two hemispheres. Research shows the Pacific Hemisphere is losing heat faster than the African Hemisphere. The heat originates from Earth's molten interior, which causes continental drift. Landmass traps more heat than seafloor surface, indicating a hotter Pacific in the past. Scientists from the University of Oslo report that one side of Earth's interior is losing heat much faster than the other. A study published in Geophysical Research Letters uses computer models to analyze how insulated each hemisphere was by continental mass. And in entertainment news, the musical performance-packed movie about pop star Michael Jackson is a hit, despite negative reviews from critics. Hollywood's bet that audiences want to celebrate Michael Jackson paid off this weekend, as a biopic about the pop star opened to an estimated $217.4 million in worldwide sales. Michael grossed $97 million domestically and $120.4 million internationally. Despite largely negative reviews, audiences flocked to the uplifting film packed with classic songs like Bad and Thriller. Michael earned a grade from opening night audiences, with about 60% of ticket buyers being women. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American architect and visionary, Frank Lloyd Wright. And he said, "The mother art is architecture. Without an architecture of our own, we have no soul of our own civilization." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach.